settle in and listen carefully. The pond knew her name before she spoke it. Ayoko stood frozen at the water's edge. Across the surface, her reflection smiled back. But it wasn't a reflection anymore. It was standing beside Onna, breathing, watching, waiting. The forest had become impossibly still. Even the moon seemed trapped behind the clouds. Ayoko's pulse thundered in her ears. "What are you?" she whispered. The woman upon the water tilted her head. "I was you." Ayoko's stomach dropped. "No." The answer came too quickly, too desperately. The woman smiled. "That's what you told yourself." A sharp pain exploded behind Ayoko's eyes. Suddenly, another memory surfaced. A younger version of herself, standing beside this very pond, crying, begging, running. Something dark moving beneath the water. Something calling her name. Ayoko stumbled backward. The memory vanished as quickly as it came. Onna lowered her eyes. "You came here many years ago." "No, you did." The water rippled. Once, twice, then dozens of circles spread across the surface, as though something deep below had awakened. Ayoko shook her head. "I would remember." The woman on the water took a step closer. "You chose not to." Silence. Heavy. Ancient. The kind of silence that feels alive. Then Onna finally spoke. "The pond keeps what people leave behind." Ayoko stared at her. "What does that mean?" Onna looked towards the dark water. "Fear. A ripple. Regret. Another ripple. Memories." The entire pond shivered, and sometimes her voice softened. "Pieces of ourselves." The woman standing on the water smiled wider. Ayoko suddenly understood. completely, but enough. Years ago, something had happened here, something terrible, and in order to survive it, she had left part of it, part of herself, behind. The pond had kept it, waiting all these years, waiting for her return. The realization made her knees weak. The woman took another step forward, then another, until she stood only a few feet away. Ayoko expected anger, hatred, revenge. Instead, the woman looked sad. I was lonely. The words barely rose above a whisper. The forest seemed to exhale. The pond became still. For the first time, the woman did not look frightening. She looked abandoned. Ayoko slowly reached out her hand. The woman did the same. Their fingertips met, and instantly, every memory returned. The pond, the crying, the fear, the promise, the night she ran away, and the piece of herself she left behind. Ayoko gasped. Tears filled her eyes. The woman smiled softly, then began to fade, not into darkness, into light. Tiny silver fragments drifted upward like fireflies. The pond settled. The forest breathed again, and the night sounds returned. The woman was gone. Ayoko stood, trembling at the edge of the water. Onna watched quietly. "It's over," Ayoko asked. Anna's expression changed, not relief, concern. Slowly, she turned toward the center of the pond. A single ripple appeared, then another, then another. Ayoko followed her gaze. Something was moving beneath the surface. Something much larger than before. Much older. Anna's voice was barely a whisper. "No." The water began to rise, and this time, it wasn't your memory returning. To be continued. And if you hear water where there shouldn't